Okay guys, here we go. I first want to show you what this would look like. Okay. On this one, turn this clockwise. It locks up the clutch. Counterclockwise, it loosens it. Same with this. Now, I beat this up from behind, and there's still a little end play. This collar is what I want to show you. Just the fact that it's there, I guess. So let's go ahead and tap this out. Now I'm thinking that when this is all adjusted and working, that the screw should never be bottomed out. Come back here. What I'm saying is, I'm thinking that this right here should never be sucked up all the way tight. So I think in the now let's put this back up. Okay, so the tightening, turning, so the tightening it is going to be this direction, and this screw is going to be coming out the top. That's going to be pulling the cone down. So I'm thinking we need to start with a gap like that, and then pull the clutch in, send it back out. So I think once, and it's not just my opinion, once we get to this point here, we're locked up again. So let's flip this over and undo a thing or two. Okay, we all set here. Okay. Now, I'm going to move the camera down here a little closer. And first, I just want to give you an overview here. So we got our backlash. I'm hoping I can loosen this screw and drop that down and tighten it up again, and that'll fix it. So let me set this up. I'm going to try to I want to try to reuse this wire. So basically, they wrapped a wire around here to lock that screw in to keep it from backing out. So I'm going to try to get my hands down in here. So figure out which way to turn that. Make sure you're still in the picture here. Yeah. Okay. So let me hook up here. Let's see if these hemostats are going to be strong enough to untwist this wire. Well, so far so good. I got a piece of it broke off, unfortunately. But the chances of us being able to reuse this wire is probably pretty slim. because it's just going to keep. Yeah, it's just going to keep breaking off. So I guess the plan now is just going to be to go ahead and try to break this off. Let me see if I can nip that with a bigger tool. Get that out of there. Okay, let's see if we got anything there. Okay, we got the wire free. Very thin wire, I believe it's, I don't know if it's square. Not. It seems to be about 30 thousandths of an inch. 31. Okay, now we have this screw here. And I think I'm going to back you up a little bit. Such thing as being too close, I think. So I'll go find the right screwdriver for this job also. Okay, I brought the 3mm, I think is going to be our tool. So let's see if we can break that loose. Okay, we got the screw loose. I want to see what's happening here as I loosen this. There's a little wiggle there. I think ultimately I want to try to take it off. I know I don't have to take this screw out all the way, but I'm going to. And it actually has some wear on the end. If it used to be a dog point screw, it's worn down. It has, well, I just have to say that it has wear on it. I'm going to have to look and see if I can find any pictures and see if that is a dog point screw. If it was a dog point set screw. Okay, one option I have if I'm going to be dismantling this is to drive this down, which is going to take that collar in the front out. So that is keyed. Yeah, I'm not noticing any movement at all, really. No, I haven't wailed on it, nor do I want to wail on it. Well, yeah, I got some movement there. I don't want to stick anything in here and pry anything. What I'm doing is kind of counterintuitive. The way I see it, I have two avenues to go here. Now, I can try to drive this out, pull this up and see what's underneath there. I don't think we're going to find any mysteries in there. My other direction I might go is to get a piece of pipe down there on the floor, coming up to that okay, sorry about that. Get a piece of pipe. Where's my finger at? Now let me get down here on the floor. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking get a piece of pipe up against this, coming down to the floor, basically supporting this. Bracing this up while that's being held up, I can find something to go around this shaft and press this ring down, eliminating all that run out or backlash, or I hear all these fancy terms and words on YouTube videos. I'm not probably misusing them. Get rid of this slop right here. So if I could support that from below and knock this ring down, that's going to get rid of the slop. So I don't think I'm going to benefit by bringing this ring up and freeing this gear. I think, we're just going to see the gear that's underneath it. So I think that's going to be my plan. I'm going to get a large socket probably that'll go around this and sit on this edge and see if I can persuade that down a bit. I think, the way, let me look at you. I'm thinking that there's only so much travel here, okay? So the more slop that is in that system there, the more this has to travel. And that may have been what brought this down to this all the way tight position. So it's probably never meant to be sucked down all the way tight. So this rod is still less than straight. It's better than it was. And it might be beneficial to try to straighten that a bit. I wouldn't think it has would matter that much. But it is out. And this is a regular right hand thread. See, I'm thinking this should be the starting position. And then I'm going to be turning this clockwise, so when I'm turning it, maybe start up here, because when I'm tightening it, turning it clockwise, is that going to be clockwise when I'm underneath there? That's the bottom, this is the top. So if we flipped it up, I would be looking at it like this, and it would be clockwise. So tightening the clutch up is sending this out. I don't know if you want to call that unthreading it. I guess it is unthreading it. So, like I said, activating the clutch. This is going to be traveling out. And if that's going out, that makes this coming in. If that's going out, this is going in. So, once again, I'm kind of thinking that it's just too much play here. And to get rid of that is to drive this ring down and use the set screw. And the reason I'm not moving this, I think, probably is because that set screw has marred the surface and it's probably galled up. Is galled a word? Well, there, you got to look at it. Let's put this in on the key. Okay, now see, I should be able to turn this. I should be able to turn this by hand with my fingers up here in my mind, because over here I can actuate the clutch that easy. So it seems like I should be able to underneath here. This is definitely not supposed to turn on that shaft because it's keyed in there. So I can't compare this to this necessarily. This has to be compared to this. So with all this and all this set up, I should be able to turn this and actuate the clutch without having to be turning on this knob. It should be that easy. And it would be right here. So if we put that back in there, not able to turn that easy. I'm gonna put a rod down here in the hole and see if I can turn it with this. Well, if I could find the hole. Okay. Now let's take it back the other direction. So that should be pulling the cone out. I gotta hold this gear down here. I keep going back to this thing being bent. Although the only contact is the threads themselves. So the condition of that, see right here I got, how come I can't turn it that easy when it's installed? Huh, well, I'm not sure if I've produced enough information for anybody else to form an opinion, but I'm going to stop this here. Well, you really don't know how hard it is for me not to just start implementing my ideas without waiting to get your opinions. But I am going to cease and desist any further action until I hear from you. But I do think eliminating that backlash, and I want to be able to turn this like this when it's in the system. Now, it may just it may be that this rod needs straightened out, and that's something I will attempt to do in the interim, because this is, a pretty close fit when it comes out, and if there is any friction preventing me from having that much free play, it's this diameter right here being off because of a bend in the shaft here. So I have to figure out a good way to test that, and I mean, if it was just a solid piece, I could roll it on something, and I guess chucking it up and turning it would probably be the best way to follow my progress in straightening it out. So maybe that's what we'll do. In the meantime, I need to source some wire that is roughly 30 thousandths of an inch so I can reinstall that. Thanks for watching, guys. Blow my mind with the solution. I think part of my problem lies with this shaft being a little bent, and where to locate this as far as sticking out of the cone. The extra end play, there's possibly not enough threads here to compensate for all that extra end play. That makes sense to me. Okay, I'm probably way overcomplicating things. Okay, let's get this video uploaded and wait for your opinions. Later, guys.